It's a very common question in an interview that what is drop shipment or what is the difference between drop shipment and a special order. In today's video, I'm going to demonstrate what are the setups that we need to do in order to use drop shipment following with the real business case scenario. Hello everyone, I'm welcoming you all on my channel Dynamics Talk with Akash. So first let's understand what is the drop shipment. So for that, I created this a small diagram. Your customer placed your order to you, and you placed yours the same order to your supplier. For example, your customer placed order for the 10 pieces of laptop, and then you place the same order to your supplier. Now, in that case, you ask your supplier to instead of sending the item to your locations, they can directly ship to customer. So without arriving goods at your location, your supplier send the look item to your customer location. This is what we called drop shipment, where like at your locations there is no inventory, whereas like supplier directly sending the goods to your customer locations. In this cases, in the drop shipment case, one thing that is like a primary required, that is sales order. First you have to the sales order, because basis on that sales order you are going to place the purchase order for the drop shipment. Now let's see how we can do this in Business Central. Okay, now I'm in Business Central. So in order to configure that drop shipment and a special order, you need to check first thing, that is purchasing code. So as you can see here, I created two purchasing code. One is drop shipment and one is just special order. So once it's a drop shipment, then drop shipment boolean is true, and if it's a special order, then it's a special order boolean will be true. So you cannot use both the boolean against the same. I'm going to create quickly a sales order where for 10 pieces of chair. Okay, I'm coming in shipping locations, like it could be same like default zip address, but here I'm using shipping address. So I'm using Chicago. Now here I'm going use item as in mobile pedestal. Okay, and then under purchasing code here I'm defining as a drop shipment. This is very important. This field you need to be defined here, drop shipment, and I'm using 10 pieces. Now my sales order is created. I'm going to release it the moment it's created. Now I'm going to good to go for creating a purchase order. So during the purchase order creation, you need to make sure two three things. So I'm going to purchase order. Okay, under shipping and payment, the first thing that you need to change, like change, you need to default company address to customer address. You select the customer address, then you need to select for which customer you have. So trade research, that is the customer, we have the sales order. So I selected that, and their ship to code. If you do like ship to code is optional, but yes, so I'm using here Chicago. Now this is the first step, it's done. Then you need to go to action, function, drop shipment, get sales order, right? So here you can see that you can see your order number, and when I click OK, now you can see same 10 quantity, 10 pieces here, it's coming right with the price and everything. Now if I want to see my order is linked or not, then you need to click order, drop shipment and sales order. With this tracking you can get back, go back and check your related sales order that has been created, right? So you can see the drop shipment sales order. So this is how you create your, like a purchase order with link of your sales order. Now, things which I want to highlight here, like the moment you link your sales order with purchase order, you cannot modify this quantity, even if it's open. And let's say if I want to, cut it down to 8, it will not allow you to do that, right? As you can see, you cannot change the quantity because the order associated with that line associated with the sales order, and even you cannot modify that unit of measure as well. So this is one, like the two is kind of, you can say, validations that we have. Now the real question came, what happened when I post this purchase order? So if you post a purchase order related to drop shipment and you do the receive at the same time, it will post a shipment on that related relevant with the linked sales order as well, right? So this is what it will do, and this is what the like explanation of that questions, like, okay, if in the drop shipment when we post sales order as a shipment, or we post purchase order for a seat, at the same time the opposite transaction will be posted automatically. So in this case I'm using receive here, so linked sales order there, shipment will be posted. So when I click OK, right? And if I show you here, now receiving is posted, as you can see, quantity received, and I would take you to the drop shipment and sales order here. If I show you, the shipments already will be posted. As you can see, quantity to ship is blank now, and quantity shipped update. So this is what is actually called, like, this is how drop shipment will work. Now, in order to special order cases, let me quickly create a sales order for special. So if I create a new sales order, okay, I'm using here the purchasing code that is special with the same 10 quantity, right? And I release this. Now I'm going to create a purchase order. Same thing here we need to also do, even for the special order cases as well. We need to go to shipping and payment, and then company, customer address. Deselect the relevant customer, and then their shipping code, and then again action, function, special order, and get sales order. In the case of drop shipment, we are selecting drop, but here we are selecting the other one. This screen will be the same because this is sales order header list. So here I just click OK, right? And now this sales order, this purchase order, now here this purchase order linked with my sales order. So in order to see that, you go to order. So now instead of drop shipment, you need to go to special order and click on here to sales order. Then here you can see the related sales order we have with the special order. Now the limitations that we have on that drop shipment, like if my purchase order is created as a drop shipment, we cannot modify the quantity and not modify unit of measure. Here we can change that quantity. So as right now it's 10 pieces because it's coming from that sales order, but I can change it to 15, and I can modify the unit of measure as well. So that restrictions that we have for drop shipment, that it's not here in the drop special order cases, because drop shipment is, as I said, like in the initial, like for the drop shipment we need to have that sales order, and it's going to bound for that particular customer only. But here in a special order cases, it's the case where we are also try to buying goods right? We are placing the order. So few things we are sending directly to we are giving the instructions to our supplier, okay, send that to customer location. A few things they can send to our location as well. So that's why here the validation of that, we have the quantity and the unit of measure that are not we do not have here, right? The other thing what you will do, so I'm going to release it. So in case of the drop shipment, when we post shipment or receipt, at the same time any one of them has been posted. So for example, if I post a receipt, then it will post shipment automatically. But here in the case of special order, if I post a receive, that is not going to be happen. Like shipment not going to be posted automatically. So here you can see now quantity is received, and if I would go to special order and sales order, here we don't have that options. Like shipment is not posted here automatically. Here you need to post manually shipment, right? So the overall difference between drop shipment and a special order. In case of drop shipment, if you post per receipt, shipment will be automatically posted. But in case of special order, it will not happen. You need to post a receipt and receipt separately and shipment separately for that purchase order and sales order. And I hope you y- like this content. If you do, then please like the video, subscribe my channel, and share it with business interprofessionals. Thank you so much.